once again in our new class. So in the last class we had a revision on the temperate zone and the frigid zone, right? So now I hope that you have a clear idea on the climate, location, the wildlife, plant life and also the life of the people in the temperate zone and the frigid zone, right? Yes, very good. So with that in mind, today we are going to solve the book back exercises and also the workbook exercises. Okay. So I ask all of you to have your students book and also your workbook with you. Okay. Ready? Yes. Now take your students book page number 47. Okay. Take your social students book page number 47. Shall we start? Yes, see, in page number 47, first we have let's practice, right? So, first we are going to do the fill in the blanks. Shall we start? Yes, see, the grasslands of North America are also known as dash. We know, right? This temperate zone is covered with grasslands only, and in each and every region, this grasslands have a separate name, right? So, the grasslands of North America are also known as what? Yes, prairies. Very good. Say me, what is the spelling of prairies? P-R-A-I-R-I-E-S. Right? Yes, very good. Right? Prairies. Yes, children, done. So, the grasslands of North America are also known as what? Prairies. Very good. Now, shall we pass on to the second question? See, there are almost no dash in the temperate zone. There are almost no what? What we cannot see in the temperate zone? Yes, we know, right? Temperate zone are mostly covered with grasslands. So, because of less rainfall, this temperate zone, what we cannot see? Tall trees, right? So, it is mostly covered with soft wild grass only. So, there are almost no trees in the temperate zone, right? Trees. T-R-E-E-S, trees. Very good. So, there are almost no trees in the temperate zone. Okay. Yes, now see, the inhabitants of Greenland are also known as dash. The inhabitants of Greenland are also known as dash. So, what do you mean by the term inhabitants? Inhabitants means the people who are living there. Okay. So, the people who are living in Greenland. So, Greenland belongs to which zone? Temperate zone or frigid zone? Yes, frigid zone, right? So, the inhabitants of Greenland are also known as what? Inuits. Okay, very good. Inuits. What is the spelling of Inuits? I-N-U-I-T-S. Very good. Inuits, right? The inhabitants of Greenland are also known as Inuits. I-N-U-I-T-S. Okay, done. Now see, fourth question. People in Greenland use sledges or dash to move from one place to another. So we know, right? This Greenland belongs to frigid zone. This means the land is completely covered with snow. So we cannot use ordinary vehicles to travel there. So we have seen, so to travel in frigid zone, people are using two types of vehicles. One is sledge and what is the other one? Yes, very good. Snowmobile. So, people in Greenland use sledges or snowmobile to move from one place to another. Right? Snowmobile. S-N-O-W-M-O-B-I-L-E. Okay, snowmobile. So, people in Greenland use sledges or snowmobile to move from one place to another. Have you all done fill in the blanks? Shall we read once again? Yes, read with me now. Okay, what is the first question? The grasslands of North America are also known as prairies. Okay, P-R-A-I-R-I-E-S, prairies. Okay, and then there are almost no trees in the temperate zone. Okay, there are almost no trees in the temperate zone. And then the inhabitants of Greenland are also known as Inuits. The inhabitants of Greenland are also known as Inuits. I-N-U-I-T-S, okay, Inuits. And then people in Greenland use sledges or snowmobile to move from one place to another, okay. Now, have you all written fill in the blanks? Now, shall we go to Roman letter B? Yes, good. Yes, children. Now take Roman letter B. Give one word answer. Roman letter B. Give one word answer. Shall we start? Yes. See the first question. The name by which the temperate grasslands are called in South Africa. So, what is the name of the temperate grasslands in South Africa? Yes, it is Wales. Okay, Velds. Wales. Okay, right. Wales. Velds, Wales. So the temperate grasslands are known as Wales in South Africa. Okay, return. Yes, now see second question. Wind which blows over the prairies. We have seen, okay, in temperate zone. So the wind which blow over the prairies. These are hot winds that will change the temperature. That will cause the temperature to change in the prairies. Prairies means grasslands in North America, right? So what is the name of that wind? Chinook. Okay, don't forget Chinook. Chinook. Chinook, right? Chinook. 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 Yes, done. Now see, large farms where animals are reared in North America. We have seen, right, in one place, people will rear more cattle. What is the name of that place? Yes, a ranches, right? Here we are going to write as a ranch, okay? A ranch, right? R-A-N-C-H, ranch. So, large farms where animals are reared in North America is ranch, okay? Now see, the term used for the region which remains covered with snow in the frigid zone. So we have learned, as this frigid zone is covered with snow throughout the year, it is also known as which region? Yes, very good, tundra. Okay. So the term used for the region which remains covered with snow in the frigid zone is tundra region. So the place that is covered with snow is known as tundra. Okay. What is the spelling for tundra? Tundra, right, tundra. Yes, done. Very good. Now see the last question, the inhabitants of Alaska. So the people who live in Alaska are known as what? We have seen already the people who are living in grasslands are known as Inuits, right? So the people who are living in Alaska are known as Aleutians. Very good. What is the spelling of Aleutians? Aleeuts, right? Aleutians, right. Yes, so the inhabitants of Alaska are known as what? Aleutians, okay? So have you all completed this? See, the name by which temperate grasslands are called in South Africa is Wales, okay? Velds, Wales. And then second question, wind which blows over the prairies. These are hot winds that are blowing over the prairies are known as Chinook. Chinook, Chinook, okay? And then third question, large farms where animals are reared in North America is ranch, okay? So the place where animals are reared in North America are known as what? A ranch, okay? And then the term used for the region which remains covered with snow in the frigid zone is tundra, 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 okay? And the last question, the inhabitants of Alaska are known as Aleutians, okay? Yes, children. Now all of you take your social workbook page number 23, okay? Social workbook page number 23. So worksheet 1. Shall we start? See what is given. Write true or false for the following statements. Correct the statements that are false. So what we are going to do? So we are going to find whether the given sentence is true or false, okay? And if the sentence is false, what we are going to do? We are going to recorrect the sentence, okay? We are going to correct the sentence and write again, okay? Shall we start? See, prairie dogs are found in the temperate zone. Prairie dogs are found in the temperate zone. True or false? Yes, true, okay? We can see prairie dogs in the temperate zone. True. So write true. Have you all written? So do we need to recorrect the sentence? No, the given sentence is correct. Yes, now see second question. The grasslands of South Africa are called pampas. The grasslands of South Africa are called pampas. True or false? False, right? Because the grasslands of South Africa are called as what? Vales. So this is false. Right? False. So if the sentence is wrong, we have to recorrect the sentence, right? So write the grasslands of South Africa are called as what? Wales. Written. So the grasslands of South Africa are called as Wales. Done? Yes, children. Now see the third question. Many people who live in North America own large ranches where they rear cattle and sheep. True or false? Just now we have seen in book exercise, right? So people in North America will own ranches to keep their cattle there, right? So whether this sentence is true or false? Yes, very good. True. So many people who live in North America own large ranches where they rear cattle and sheep. True, right? True. Yes, done. Now shall we go to the fourth question? See, most of the temperate grasslands have been cleared for agriculture. True or false? We have seen in the class, right? So nowadays people are destroying these grasslands for agriculture, and because of this agriculture, temperate grasslands are densely populated, right? So this is true. People are clearing these grasslands for agriculture, right? True. Done. Now see fifth question. Cattle rearing is the main occupation of the people living in the temperate grasslands. True or false? False, right? So what is the main occupation of the people living in the grasslands? It is farming, right? So instead of this cattle rearing, write farming, okay? Write in these two lines, right? Farming is the main occupation of the people living in the temperate grasslands. Okay, so you have to write here, write in these two lines, farming is the main occupation of the people living in the temperate grasslands. Done, children? Take next page. Yes, now see the sixth question. The prairies and steppes are situated in the north temperate zone. So they are saying that these prairies and steppes are the grasslands that belong to the north temperate zone. True or false? Yes, true. Very good. Right? True. Yes, now see what is the seventh question. Merino sheep are reared in the downs of Australia. We can see merino sheep in the downs of Australia. True or false? Yes, very good. True, right? So from merino sheep we will get a high quality wool called merino wool, right? So this merino sheep are grown in the downs of Australia, right? True. Yes, children, now have you all completed this worksheet 1? Yes. Now shall we move on to worksheet 2? So now take page number 25, okay? Yes, children, have you all taken worksheet 2? Shall we start? See what is given? They have asked us to tick the correct option, okay? So we are going to choose the best answer, okay? See, number 1, hot and dry winds called Chinook blow over the dash. Hot and dry winds called Chinook blow over the dash. Just now, while discussing about students' book exercise, we have discussed this, right? So, in which grasslands we can see Chinook? Yes, now see the options. Option A, Wales. Option B, Pampers. Option C, Prairies. And option D, Downs. So, we will have this Chinook in which grassland? Yes, very good. Option C, Prairies. Tick option C, Prairies. Done. Shall we move to second question? See what is the second question? In Australia, the temperate grasslands are found along the Dash River Basin. So what do you mean by the term river basin? Is an area that is watered by the river, okay? That means an area that is near to the river, okay? So now we have to find in Australia near to which river basin we can find this temperate grasslands, okay? Now see what are the options given to us? Option A, Amazon. Option B, Nile. Option C, Indus. And option D, Darling. Okay. So which is the right option? Yes, very good. Option D, Darling. Okay. So in Australia, the temperate grasslands are found along the Darling river basin. Okay. Take option D, Darling. Done. Yes, now see question number 3. in Russia, the temperate grasslands are also known as dash. Okay. So what is the other name of the temperate grasslands in Russia? See what are the options given? Option A steppes, option B prairies, option C waves, and option D pampas. Which is the right answer? Yes, in Russia the temperate grasslands are also known as steppes. Very good. Tick option A, steppes. Yes, now see, the temperate grasslands are mostly found. Where we can see this temperate grasslands mostly, okay? See what are the options given? Option A on hills, option B on plains, option C on plateaus, and option D near the sea. Where we can see this temperate grasslands? Yes, on plains, okay? Very good. Take option B on plains, okay? Done. Shall we move to fifth question? Yes, in the fifth question, dash is found in the temperate grasslands of North America. Among these animals, which animal we can see in the temperate grasslands of North America? Okay. See what are the options given? Option A, bison. Option B, gray fox. Option C, kangaroo. And option D, wallaby. See which animal is found in the temperate grasslands of North America? Yes, option A, bison. Very good. Take option A, bison. Okay. So bison is found in the temperate grasslands of North America. Have you all done? Yes, children. Now take worksheet 3, page number 26. Okay, worksheet 3. Shall we start? So see what is given there. Observe the picture given below and answer the questions that follow. Observe the picture given below and answer the questions that follow. So can you observe this picture? What is this picture? Yes, this land is fully covered with snow, right? So this land area belongs to frigid zone, right? Very good. And what vehicle they are using for traveling here? Is this a sledge? No, right? Sledge means it will be carried by the dogs, right? No. So this is a snowmobile, okay? So in this picture we can see that some people are using sledge to travel in this frigid zone, right? Now shall we answer the questions? See what is the first question? Which heat zone does the picture depict? Give a reason for your answer. So say me which picture is this? Which heat zone is this? This is frigid zone, right? Why? Because the ground is covered with snow, right? Yes. Start writing the answer. So, yes, so write the answer. The picture depicts frigid zone because the region is covered with snow. Okay, return. This picture depicts frigid zone because the region is covered with snow. Done. Shall we move to second question? Name any two animals that can be found in this region. So, what are the animals we can see in this region? We have seen so many animals, right? We have seen animals like Arctic hare, Arctic fox, we have musk deer, then musk ox, then walrus, then birds like penguin. We have seen so many animals, right? So, here you have to write any two animals, okay? You can write your own answer. I am giving here as Arctic fox and polar bear, okay? You can write any two animals that belongs to this frigid zone, okay? Yes, done. Now see third question. By what name are the people living in this region known? Okay. By what name are the people living in this region known? So what are the other names given to the people living in this frigid zone? Okay. So what is the other name given to the people living in this region? So some people are known as Inuits, right? And some other group of people living in other different areas known as Aleuts, right? You can write your own answer. Okay, so I am writing as people living in this region are known as Inuits. Okay. So the people living in this frigid zone is known as what? Inuits. Okay, the people living in this region are known as Inuits. Have you all written? Yes, if you have completed, take the next page. Yes, now see what is the fourth question. What is the main occupation of the people living in this region? So what is the main occupation of the people living in the frigid zone? Yes, it is hunting and fishing, right? So farming is impossible in this region, right? So the main occupation of the people living in the frigid zone is hunting and fishing, right? Yes, so the main occupation of the people living in this region is hunting and fishing. Okay. Now see the first question. How do you think people have adapted to the cold climate of this region? Right. So we know, right, in the frigid zone the climate will be very cold. So how, this is your answer, right? How do you think people have adapted to the cold climate of this region? How people are adapting there? How people are living there? Yes, people are living in the houses made of wood, right? So that is one of their adaptation, and also they will wear clothes that will made of wool, right? So these two things will help them to bear the extreme cold there, right? So you can write any one of the adaptations, okay? So you can write your own answers also, okay? So now I am going to write people are bearing this cold climate with the help of the houses made of wood. Okay, shall we write the answer? Okay, see children, the answer is the people of this region have adapted themselves to the cold climate by living in permanent houses made of wood. Okay, so how do you think people have adapted to the cold climate of this region? Okay, so you can write your own answers also. Okay, you can write your opinion also. Done? Have you all completed till this? Yes children, now we have worksheet 4, right? So in that worksheet 4 you have to compare the climate, vegetation, wildlife and the life of the people in this temperate zone and frigid zone. And this worksheet 4 is your homework, okay? So just refer to your students book and compare the climate, vegetation, wildlife and life of the people present in this both temperate zone and frigid zone, okay? So I hope that now you have completed all the exercises what we have done today, right? So we have discussed the students book exercise, right? So we have done fill in the blanks and write one word answer in students book. So in students book, let's observe is your homework, right? And in the workbook we have completed worksheet 1, worksheet 2 and worksheet 3, right? And worksheet 4 is your homework. So I hope that you have completed this both things what we have done today, right? And I also hope that you have taken down all the social notes what I have given to you already, right? So in the next class we will have a small test on this chapter 4, okay? So we will have a test on this chapter, that is the temperate zone and the frigid zone, okay? Prepare well for the test. I hope that every one of you will get full marks, right? So, if you have any doubt in this answers and if you have any doubt in homework or else if you have any doubt in this lesson, feel free to contact me, okay? So, be prepared for the test and we can meet you in the next class with a new lesson, okay? Thank you.